Jingle all the way, dancing through the snow. How you guys doing? Hello, hello, hello. Well, it is the glory of love like usual, but this time around it is something quite unusual. You are wondering why I'm in a bathtub. I'm actually here at OJ's Motel spending my Christmas Eve, or my actually Christmas season. OJ's Motel has a lot of offers that they give us, but this time around they have allowed MC Shugga and the Glory of Love team to come and hang around. Sometimes they are located on Gaba Road. You gotta come and check them out. Well, I was just getting ready for the show, trying to take a shower and still in the bathtub, and my team attacks me right here and they say the show is on. Well, what else can I do? Whatever it is, we shall always deliver and be right there with you. Otherwise, where are you watching the show from? Are you watching the show for the first time? You gotta tell a friend to tell a friend that the MC Shugga, the King of Hearts, is right here with the show. This time around, I have a topic that is spectacular for you guys, most especially for the boys, for the gentlemen, for the dudes. We are talking none other than how to impress a lady on WhatsApp. Have you been having a hard time? You met this Miss Nice and you tried to talk to her, try to chat with her, but things were not working out. I got a solution for you. So you are the right person to view this show right now. But tell a friend to also sit right there because we have exclusive info for you. You don't want to miss. Well, stick right there on Magic One because actually for the whole of this season, we have a lot for you. Festive season, you got covered with movies because Magic One got you covered. I told you that we are the #1 source of entertainment. They all want to be like us, but they can never be like us because we are the true definition of the lituation situation. You know what I'm talking about? Well, allow me to take my bath, finish up, come right there to meet you guys because these guys are crazy. You can't imagine they attack me right here, but I'm going to first chill a little bit. But it doesn't mean you should go away. I'm coming right now just to take care of you because it is you first. Then I can come for my yoga later on. You know, there's something ladies always do when they're in the bathtub. They remove one knee and put it out just to... Well, let me come and we start the show. I am MC Shugga, the King of Hearts.
I thought of love for some is scary. I admit, I never thought I found myself, but I pride myself in the hate that I buried. We're living in a world full of basics. Thank God, cause they love me, so I love you. You're my neighbor, I only put God above you. A lot of words could be stopped if I said I love you, so I love you for real. Yeah.
Well. Just from having a cold shower and feeling fresh, like fresh fish now. How are you doing? Welcome back from that short breather. And thank you for always being here with us. You know, I always tell people that we are the real experience. Magic1tv, your #1 source of entertainment. We are the only situation experience exhibitors, you know. That's one thing we are known for. You should not miss out on our movies that are set for you in this festive season, and it's going to be the best of Christmas series, you know. You need to check them out because we want to give you that feel so that you can have some special moments or special time with your family and friends. Otherwise, we are still on the show, The Glory of Love, and I told you like earlier on that today we are handling a special segment of social media, and here we are specifically talking about how to impress a girl on WhatsApp, on Facebook. Maybe if you DM her on any of the social media platforms, say it Instagram, you want to talk to her and you want to make her feel so special. How do we do that? They call me the King of Hearts. That's why I've chosen this as a special edition. I'm doing it solo because I want it to sink to the deepest depth of the whole thing. Well, without wasting so much time, there are so many ways you can always impress a girl on social media or any of the handles. But most importantly, I'm going to begin with my first aspect. And I'm saying that you should be genuine and confident and conscious as you talk to this girl. When I talk about being genuine, cautious, and confident, what do I mean? You know, most times when you begin to text, because you are texting this girl, she is not in your presence, you manipulate. You want to act like somebody else, you know. You want to see yourself like Gucci. You want to see yourself like, you know, some of those superstars. But that's not how it works. You have to stick and remain you. So if you are shugga, you are shugga. How do you execute a text or a conversation on WhatsApp? So first things first, there are so many things that you can always do when you start the conversation. But so many of you most times do not know how to start a conversation. So conversation starters are very key in this case. And as I'm doing this, I want us to take this one step at a time, because I'll be giving you examples of how to text. Maybe some of the words, but you don't have to exactly copy my words. And trust me, this edition is specifically for you, those guys who are shy, guys who cannot handle a face-to-face off with a lady, those guys who believe it is much more better to have a lady's digits and then the rest will be handled in the inbox. Yes, it is always good because social media is the culture and it is the way to go. All right, I've talked about a couple of things. Let me now start handling one at a time. We are looking at WhatsApp in specific. So I've talked about you being genuine, confident, and cautious. And you should make sure you impress this girl in your chats. How do you do that? I want you to start with having a very good display picture. Some of you call it DP. If you were to give a girl a very good impression, what kind of picture do you have on your DP? Display picture is very key. Now, some of you put in funny pictures that do not actually make any sense. Now, this is what I want you to do. Go check your DP right now. And if you have the urge to impress a girl, you should make sure it is either a picture of you, you know, those selfie pictures, you've taken a picture of yourself with a smile, that beautiful look. Maybe you are doing something that is so marvelous. You are at some nice position or a place that is looking so good. You know, now that it is the camera edition of the whole thing, you know, everywhere phones are there, you have your phone, you've been taking selfies. Pick one of those pictures that you believe is so outstanding. It is what you should use for your display. Or else, if you're not using your picture, you may use your favorite movie, maybe your cartoon character, or just any of those superstars or some heroes that you believe in, that you think are those iconic people that anybody will look at and say, wow, this guy must be a fan of this character, or he loves this kind of movie, or he's doing this. That kind of gives you some respect in one way or the other. So you should be in position to have a DP that is classic enough to give the girl the impression that the guy I'm chatting with is actually, hey, a very nice guy. So make sure you make a right choice of your DP. Point number 2 in this case is we are saying you should create an interesting status. You know, our WhatsApp in specific, I want to dwell on WhatsApp because it gives us a variety. This is the platform that allows you to exercise so many things. So on WhatsApp, we have what we call statuses, and I'm sure everyone here now knows. For some of you who are my personal friends, you always view my status and you know what I always put there. And some of you actually take it for entertainment. Why? Because I give you the impression that it's so classic. So in this case, if you want to impress this girl, definitely the moment you DM her and you start chatting with her, she will be looking out. She will not only check for your DP, but she will also go check your status. Now, what do you put on your status matters so much. So if you know that it is very important now to impress a girl through your status, you should know that you should be in position to put things that will give her the rightful impression. For example, let's talk about the lyrics of a song that you believe she maybe loves. And now, at this point, I'm talking to someone who knows that at the beginning of this whole thing, you must do some simple research about this girl and know her likes and dislikes in a brief phase, so that you know that if I put this song, for example, maybe a song by Justin Bieber or a song by Joe Steady, you are sure this is one of her favorite artists, whether local or international. And so definitely she'll come view this status and it will start giving her the feel that this is the right person. I think he's kind of entertaining. I think this is a nice guy. Or else you can put a movie, a small clip of a movie, you know, All these things are there. You can always go download. You have those downloaders on your phone. Or you can get some memes that are so, if you know, she is someone who loves reading statements that really are comic. Go get some memes and put them there so that she will come read through. But let these memes not be those that are intimidating, those that are maybe shunning her down in one way or the other. Maybe you are disrespecting women in particular. This is going to work against you then. So you have to put things that are going to impress her and make her feel that, yeah, I think this guy has a very good attitude towards women. So in particular, maybe he's communicating to me. And if you're having a series or a great number of items on your status, then make sure they have a way they rhyme, so that the first status is kind of communicating with the next one, and the next one is linked to the next one, so that it is almost like a picture story, or it is a brief story that she can follow and she feels entertained. And that is how her interest is going to start picking up for you, slowly by slowly. So that is our point number 2. I hope you guys are taking very, very keen observation of each of these things I'm talking about. All right, point number 3. I told you earlier on that we first have to set our DP. I hope your DP is set. And then put in some status. Let those statuses that are always so appealing to women, those that make them feel so nice, those ones who feel that, those that make them feel that you are that one guy who cares about the ladies. All that is set. Let's now go to our point number 3. Here we're now starting the chat. All right? You're now opening up the chat and you want to talk to this lady. You want to text her. Your first text. How is it going to be? All right, before you do anything or start up any texting and trying to see what she will have to say, you first check out all her social media, or check out her details on social media and find out something about her so that you can have a clue on how to start your conversation. You may go on her WhatsApp, view her status, see what mood she is in for the day, because in most cases, by about 70%, those statuses define our moods of the day. And for the ladies, it actually even goes to 85%, if I am not mistaken, save for some few. So you go check out. If not, go to her Facebook page, go to her Instagram page, and get some few details about her that will give you the clue to be in position to know what to say to her first. You know, because in your texting, you should be in position to closely relate to her. Otherwise, you might hit a dead end just at the beginning of your conversation. So here is now a point where you are starting the conversation. But before I ask you or give you an example of a text that you're going to text to her, I want you to know that it is going to be very hard for you to break the ice. Because remember, this is a lady you are approaching for the first time and you're using WhatsApp. And so getting her to flavor into that conversation with a lot of appetite, a lot of love, a lot of excitement is going to be very hard. So that is one thing you should prepare for. It is just like if you are planning to go and fight a war, there are things that you should be expecting. So in this same order, you should expect some cold replies. You should expect some quiet moments where she's not saying anything. Or sometimes they have emojis they put, you know, or some of those interjections. You know, you have texted a bunch of words and then she's just saying, and then you feel like you've lost it all. Or you have texted her a number of things and she is recommending and just saying K, just one letter, K. That shouldn't make you lose, because you can still break that ice if you are strong enough. So you should be in position to just keep up. Don't mind about how she replies. If she replies very coldly, keep moving. If she tries to give you the energy, then that is another thing that will help you. Actually, you're going to build your conversation according to how she replies. If she doesn't respond at all, don't lose hope, because there could be a possibility that she is maybe busy, she's not near her phone, maybe she's offline. Just give it time, because everything happens one step and another. So don't expect to be texting her and she's coming back to you immediately. Even if she's online, she could be texting with other people. Remember, you're a stranger trying to interfere or come into her life for the first time. So for you to make sense, you gotta be patient with everything. All right, we are now at this point where you need to be very, very attentive. Why am I saying so? You're planning to text her now, your first message. I've told you earlier on that so many of you have issues with conversation, starting a conversation. Even there's people who text me and you wonder why they have texted you. Because there is literally nothing they are saying. And so if you don't reply, they say you're feeling sweet. That is the same thing that a lady is going to do to you. Remember, you are strange. She doesn't know you, or maybe she knows you, but of course, there's nothing much that is connecting the two of you. So what you have to make sure here is, after having a review or a clue about her, from her status, from her DP, from her other social media handles, it gives you an idea of what to say to her. So you start your conversation by, of course, greeting in a casual way. You don't have to be too official. Good morning, madam. That's not how we greet. Here we say hi. Here we say hello. How are you doing? Hi together. And we pose it alongside a question that is going to provoke her to say something. So you have to pick a topic. For example, you can text and say, hey, how are you doing? If she doesn't know you, after saying hey, introduce yourself first. Hey, this is MC Shugga, the one that you met at the supermarket. That is an example. And then after saying that, you've said, hey, introduced yourself. What next? Bring up a topic and pose a question on it. For example, I would pose a question on a situation maybe in the news or something in the paparazzi or something that is in entertainment news and say, have you heard about the news of Rema and his bear having a baby? Did you watch this nice series that is so popular of late called Squid Game? How did you find the first episode? That is something that is going to provoke her. But remember, all these questions must be based on what you have learned about her. Do you think she is a movie person? Have you seen her status something about Squid Game? That will give you the right question to ask. Or if you have seen her put something up maybe about a talent show or something about a TV show, that is where you should base your ideology. Did you watch the most latest episode of The Glory of Love? What do you think about MC Shugga's idea of saying this and that and that? You understand? So you are saying that because you know she follows MC Shugga, she follows The Glory of Love. And so if you pose any question that is going to provoke a conversation, definitely she will jump into it and she'll begin blabbing and or saying so many other things. Oh yeah, I watched it, although I found it ending, but I liked what he said. What is your idea? She may pose the question back. Trust me, a conversation is building. So that is how the ice is going to get broken. At this point, you're beginning to feel comfortable because you're having a common ground. But you should not forget that you are still a stranger. Don't assume comfort at that point. So don't feel too comfortable, but remain polite, remain so warm, remain so calm, and do more of listening. Or the listening, in this case, you're not talking verbally face to face, but in this case, you be cautious about anything she says and comment depending on what she texts back, because this is going to make her feel that you are actually concentrating. Don't text between lines like she's asking you about the curfew and then you're talking to her about school. That is not going to make sense, man. You have to stay focused. So this is where your attention should be most of value. All right, let's look at the next thing that you should do if the conversation is building up. All right, the next thing you have to focus on is now, you remember you have asked her a question and she has tried to text back. And I told you that if she doesn't text back immediately, it doesn't mean that she has given up on you or she's not interested. Maybe she's not online, maybe she is online but she's busy. So wait until she replies. Don't ask a question and answer yourself. That would be suicide. So you gotta wait until she replies. When she replies, you make a comment about something you have in common. Say for example, you asked her something about The Glory of Love, and then she went into the details of explaining how the whole idea of what Shugga said was of interest to her. Go further and make a comment on that. Don't pose the next question as if you have hosted her on a show, and so you are becoming the host and you're making her your guest. No, take it one step at a time. Make a comment on what she has said and show her that you have common interest. You are talking about the same thing. You have the same liking, you know. There are some cases where the girl you're actually vibing is your classmate. You go to school together, you are all at this university, maybe you're doing similar courses, and so you have common things that are so much affiliating you together. Maybe in class she made some statement and the lecturer or people made fun of her. It is at this point that you should come and build her confidence back, because she would have lost it. But then if you come up as a hero, however nonsensical it was, and you make it look like it made sense to you, it will make her feel, wow, okay, I thought I was the biggest fool, but then if this guy thinks what I said was actually sensible, he could be the right guy with me here, you know, something like that. So whatever the case is, build your conversation on anything that she says. And then you should have interest in the conversation. Having interest in the conversation comes with trying to be confident and natural. Now, there are so many of you in some cases where you're having a conversation, but it almost seems like someone is at the back trying to insinuate or give you words to say. So everything you're saying does not relate. There's no coherence between your first statement and the next one. That is not how I want you to operate. You'll be natural. If she says something that you feel touches you emotionally, react with the emotion. If it is something that provokes you to laugh, laugh. That is what I mean by being natural. She can't be texting and saying, wow, you're such a big fool. She is joking. And then you're seriously saying, what did you just say? That is a reply that is going to cause a friction. She will be wondering, did I just hurt him or did I just offend him? You know? So find the right reaction for the right impulse that she brings up. So you have to be very, very cautious. So that means in this case, your focus should all be on your phone. Even if you're doing some chores here and there, don't lose focus. Because you can be chatting to someone while you're laying in your bed, while you're chilling, maybe chatting with friends verbally, but then you're texting someone on your phone. Your focus should not be lost. And then don't forget to compliment her. How do you compliment a lady is something that is very, very vital. In most cases, the words you pick, your choice of words matter so much. Some of you have these, you use the usual complimentary words. Someone just says, thank you, you are the best. Those are usual. Those are threadbare words that any lady will listen to and be like, of course, this is what people tell me all the time. You're telling her she is beautiful. Can't you find other words? This is a text conversation. Why can't you have maybe a dictionary next to you so that you avail yourself with a couple of words and bombard her? Let her know that, yeah, you're not just a usual dude. You are this high class. Give yourself the class. Let her feel you. Let her feel your vibe and, you know, smile. I want her to be on the other side of your world, but when she is actually enjoying, she could even call a friend and say, oh my God, come and see how this guy is texting. You know, that is how you're going to get her attention. So I'm going to give you some specific particular details on how you can compliment a lady much more better than the usual words. All right, allow me come back shortly. Guys, don't go away because this is for you. While for the ladies, you can sit around and have fun at the same time because it is fun. Knowing that someone is teaching your guy to vibe you. Maybe afresh. Otherwise, I still remain MC Shugga, the glory of love. Stick right there. All right, welcome back from that short breather, and we are still continuing with our detail of how to communicate what's up, text a lady in the most amazing way. But before we continue giving you details of how to impress, how to compliment, allow me to send special shout outs to some group of people here. Let me start with Oboy, Mr. Oboy of OJ's Motel. How you doing, my brother? Thank you so much for everything you provide here, man. This place is looking so cute. I'm having fun here, and tonight it is going to be down right here. So I hope there's a lot of fun for you guys there too. While I also want to send special shout outs to Lian Classics. Lian Classics, that is opposite Pride Theatre, that is on Namirembe Road, is the one that is always dripping me with corporate wear. So anyone who wants to have a corporate, you have a party, maybe you want to have your suits on, that swag, corporate, you know, urban, you should go check him out because he will always get you there on point. Not forgetting the staff of Miliano Unisex Saloon, that is Arua Park Plaza. You should go to level 2, room F2644. that is where you should go check Walker with the likes of Nahia and the rest of the staff there, all doing amazing work. It's why my head is always glittering, you know. I told you guys it is not easy to keep a bald head. So you know what to do. Go check him out for salon work. And then on top of that, I don't want you guys to forget that at the Glory of Love, we have a lot of services for you. For those of you who are looking for love, check us out. You want to get that one person that will understand you far much better, we can help you, groom you there. And then you have issues, you need counseling and guidance, hit our numbers on the screen. We always got you covered. And then you can also check Solomon out on his digits right there on the screen, 075-966-6616 for training. If you want to become a TV star, you want to become a producer in TV, you want to become a radio producer, presenter, check him out please, because he'll train you and make you a star as well. But I don't want also to forget some big fans of mine who always watch the show, like right about now, Nansubuga Joanita, you're telling me you're watching the show all the way from Chitega. That is in a clinic called Mbawade. Thank you so much for watching. You tell me that we are close friends. Well, I'm going to come around and check on you. Then Mr. Nsubuga as well. I also want to check out Zai at Sombe Supermarket. How are you doing? That is in Mukono. All right. Big up on yourself. Stay tuned right there. If I've not mentioned you by name, just know I know so many of you are watching the show, but it is festive season, family time. If you're watching the show with your family, big up on yourself. And then tell a friend to tell a friend that the King of Hearts is right here. All right, allow me slide back to our topic of the day. I told you here we are talking to the guys and helping them on how to work out their power of vibing. That's how we use it. That's how we say it. All right. I told you about how to compliment a lady. This should be something that you can cop from. Maybe you saw her earlier on. You saw how she did her ponytail. Comment about it. You saw her earlier on. You saw how nicely she was looking, dressed. Check her. I mean, tell her something very beautiful about it. Oh, I like the way you curled your hair. I like the dress that you are putting on. It was fitting you so nicely. You are looking so glamorous today. I like the glow that I saw on your face. Maybe tell her something about her status. Maybe you saw how she was dancing. Wow, I see you're so jolly today. Where is the glow coming from? Something like that. That is one way you can compliment a lady. Well, leaving the complimenting aside, let's talk about how the conversation should grow. Earlier on, I told you should ask her questions instead of just talking about yourself. Now, in specific, I want to talk about that habit of guys beginning to blow their trumpet, even as early as possible. Atandika kunyumiza omukazi msimanyi, me, I have a car. Actually, you see, I delayed to call you because my car got a flat tire. Why should you talk about your car? She is not in love with your car. She is loving you. Actually, the first time she crashed on you, or maybe she's having an interest in you, was not because she saw you in a car. It was basically your physical. So remain focused. Stop blowing your trumpet. Your trumpet blowing it's not necessary. It comes naturally, because time is going to come when you can actually interact. You want to take her out, and if she asks you to come pick her and then you come in a car, it is a definite compliment for you. So stop blowing your trumpet. You could just ask her about her hobbies. Talk to her. Ask her questions about her favorite places that she likes visiting. Maybe ask her if she has siblings. Ask her about the songs that she likes the most, the movies, and then try to respond to her answers instead of questioning for other things or making it an interrogation. When you ask her whether she has siblings, she mentions, I have 6 siblings. Say, wow, they must be looking so beautiful like you are. If you're asking her about her best movies, and then she mentions the title of the movie, you tell her, yes, I've seen that too. Or you have never seen, you tell her, oh, I would love to see that. Something like that. That will build the conversation much better than you beginning to blow your trumpet or making it an interrogation room. Well, in addition to that, I want you to be in position to bring your conversation to a deeper end now. You're not going to keep asking her questions and waiting for her to answer all the time. I want you to come to a point where you can actually pick one of the key elements that she has said in her statement. Okay, I think my room service is here. So maybe let's please come in. I ordered for something, and this is what happens at OJ's Motel. Please come in. Wow, my cup, a glass of milk is right here, so you guys, hey, you gotta relax. Yes, guys, let me have my room service say something very small to you. Hello. How are you doing? Thank you for the tea. I can't wait to sit down there and enjoy it. You know, their tea and their food is always fully flavored. You feel like you're in China. Well, talk to my people, talk to my viewers.
Well, you guys, this is Rona from OGS Motel. You're most welcome for this festival season. What we offer, do spa, that is sauna, and steam bath, massage, and that's all, and other services you will see when you're here already. You're most welcome to OGS Motel.
Yeah, of course. Why not? So you guys need to come and check this out. I told you earlier on, you can see how fancy my room is. I'm here feeling like a boss. I feel like Rick Ross, yeah? All right, Donna, thank you for everything. Allow me continue.
Thank you. I do appreciate.
All right, that was a slight distraction there, but of course at OGS, anything is possible, and that's how we do it here. So I have some tea there to take later on, but let's first finish this. I was still talking to you guys about how to make, or to bring the conversation to a deeper level. Bringing this conversation to a deeper level, you should be in position to bring in some more additional questions. I told you to pick a specific part of the conversation and drill on it. For example, if you want to talk about looks, or you want to talk about her opinions, you can involve her. Tell her, you know what kind of attributes would you consider for a guy of your type? So that she keeps telling, you know, every tip that she will be giving you is something that is going to tip you off on how to upgrade to that kind of personality or person that she actually prefers the most. And then as you build on, of course, the conversation should flow, make it flow. On top of that, don't bombard her with tons of messages. Remember, you are texting. She has not yet responded. You are again texting another one. Take it one step at a time. You're not going to converse and finish up all the conversations in one night or one day. Let the next day also be another day of a flourishing conversation so that you build on it. If you have this conversation flowing for a whole week, it is how she's going to build trust. She's going to build a liking. She's going to build an interest for you, my brother. So otherwise, don't keep it don't stuff it too much. So keep some of the conversations flowing with memes, some emojis. Take it easy. Don't type those texts that are too many words and things of that kind. And then you should be kind to her and considerate. At some point, you're going to realize that she is showing weaknesses of herself in the conversation. Maybe she is wasteful when it comes to money, or maybe she is someone, you know, she has a vice or something that you may not be in liking so much with. You should be in position to show her that you are kind. You pity her, or maybe you show her that you actually have a solution for that. You can always be considerate. Before messaging her, you should check the status and find out how she is. Look at her status. If the status depicts and tries to give you a message that she might not be doing fine, come with a lot of calmness in your texting. Come with a lot of pity. If you see that she is jolly, she's looking to be fun going at that particular moment, also come with such an attitude so that you can always rhyme with her. And then you show her that you are genuinely interested in this conversation. You be thoughtful of the questions that you ask, and then make sure the responses that she brings up are complemented with relevant statements. So you should be in position to give her that kind of feel. If she tells you that she is stressed about having a ton of study things, or maybe coursework or something like that, be in position to feel sorry for her and make her feel that you are compassionate and you know what she is going through is not good. And then you also allow her to flourish into the conversation. You know, you don't just make it a me moment or something that you are taking advantage of simply because she's responding, and then you keep going at her hard and hard and hard. Take moments to breathe and let her sink into the conversation as well. She will appreciate the fact that you are willing to let her take over the conversation in the long run. But don't be the man all the time, no. And then finally, you should avoid sending or asking for dirty photos or videos or a video chat This is something that many guys love doing, you know. You are just chatting this lady for the first time, just because she is showing you a positive impact, she is responding so positively, she is so positive in all ways, you are now already asking for nudes. Please send me a picture of yourself. That is too cheap, my brother. Don't do that. So just like I told you earlier on at the introduction of the show, that you can actually have a contribution. My tea is right there. It is cooling down. Allow me to go have a sip. But as I'm having that sip, I'll be responding to some of the questions that I've seen popping on my IG here. I told you to go check out MC Shugga on Instagram and then text in, or you can check the Glory of Love. I'll be checking both pages. Text in your question if you have a query, most especially you have had such a conversation and things did not move well. What went wrong? What did she do? I'll be responding to you right there as I'm having my cup of tea. Nabagambye, here we eat while we do the work, because it is the glory of love. Why not? If not, and most especially it is Christmas season. So sit right there with the family. Let me come back shortly as I move to mix my tea, and then we can have this. All right. We are right here, and it's tea time. We say any time is always tea time. Well, talking about our topic of the day, I must tell you that having a chat with a lady on WhatsApp is one of the most easiest things. If you have failed to impress a lady on WhatsApp, then physically there might be a lot of trouble. But all in all, you just have to follow everything that I've talked about from the beginning of the conversation up to the end of it. Make sure everything flows naturally. That is the most important element there. Most of you have a problem where you fail to grow into this conversation, or you even don't know how to start the conversation, but I've now helped you with that. Though you have to always make a reflection, but don't forget to remain natural, because I don't want you to talk to a lady like your MC Shugga. You are you, and you should remain you. Well, keep the messages popping up. Our messages are coming through here on my IG. I see a couple of questions here. Well, let me start with this first question. This is coming from Johnson. Johnson is saying he's watching the show from Chaliwajala. Okay, he's saying, if she said her day is boring, how should I respond? And I think I said that earlier on, but I will repeat for your own sake, Johnson. Try to make it more fun for her. You first of all listen to her, and then you lighten it up. If she says her day was boring, what were those things that made her day boring? And can you bring in the fun now, because she's looking for fun? That is specifically what you have to do. So if her day was boring, you as Johnson, what can you improvise to make sure she is fun? I mean, she's going to have the fun, and that is going to take you back to what I told you earlier on. Do a brief research by checking her social media handles. Find out those things that she is most interested in. Maybe you could tell her, do you mind if I sing for you? And you record a voice note for her, singing for her her most beautiful song. You tell her, can we talk about this and that, and that's something you know she has so much interest in. Another question here is coming from Peterson. Peterson is saying, what if she doesn't like me? That is, you're trying to talk to her and she is showing you openly that she doesn't like you. You know, there are ladies of that kind. Of course, resistance is part of the whole thing. Someone can boldly tell you that, you know what, I'm not interested in talking to you. Well, what are you going to do? Or how do you go about that? That is what he wants to know. I want you to know that every guy has the same question in mind, because before you start up a conversation with the lady, you already have that in mind, that what about if she doesn't like me? You have to just take the risk, because nothing comes on a silver plate. Everything is out of risk. Even those who have won elections, those who have won the biggest battles, always just take the risk. They just build up the confidence and say, let me do this, kamurumbe. And that is the same thing I want you to do. Don't say she may not like me. Don't assume it. Go and try yourself out. Take the risk. And then if she doesn't like you still, probably you just maybe have confronted her at the wrong time. She's not in the right mood. Maybe you found her in a wrong atmosphere, or maybe she's with somebody, something like that. So give it a second try. Don't just give it one try and then you say you've given up. Try her again. If this time you were texting her at night and she said she didn't like you, try texting her in the morning. Try texting her in the afternoon. You're going to catch her at a moment when she actually needed to talk to somebody, and you will have a piece of her. All right. Another question here says, what can I do if the girl I like is only sending me short replies like K or an emoji? Yeah. Okay. Ask her if she's busy. That is one thing I want you to do. And then try asking her to an open-ended question that requires a reply, like, what was your day like? Ask her a question like that so that she can tell you. What did you do after school? If you're asking her questions and then she is still sending you short replies, she's probably not that interested in talking to you. And just that takes you back to the previous question. So she may not be interested. Only for that moment, try her another time. Keep on going again and again and again. We say winners don't do different things, but winners do the same thing in different ways. So you gotta keep trying. I have more questions here. Let me answer 2 more. I like one girl, but she loves another boy. What should I do? Just go on impressing her with your interest so she knows that just in case her other boy doesn't stand in for her, you will be there for her. You get me there? You like her, she likes another boy. Just keep interesting her, keep talking to her, keep telling her things that she likes. One day you're going to land a chance when the other guy has pissed her off and you'll have her attention. The last piece of question here. What do I do if a girl I want to impress hates being asked questions on WhatsApp? This is Emma. Emma, if a girl hates to be asked questions on WhatsApp, get her to ask you questions instead. She doesn't want you to ask her because she's feeling interrogated. Tell her, you know what? Okay, ask me anything. Trust me, she will have questions. Even if she wanted to get rid of you, she will ask you questions that will intimidate you, but then be in position to take advantage of the process of answering the questions to get her interested in you. So this makes the conversation longer and more interesting. Well, in the interest of time, there are so many other questions coming through, but I can promise you guys that we shall be doing this over time, slowly by slowly. I have so many other topics to handle with time, like how to talk to a boy on FaceTime. That is for some of you who are doing iOS, that is, iPhone, because our usual Android phones do not do FaceTiming. And then how to tell if someone likes you online. I'll be talking about that. How to maintain an online relationship. How to tell a boy that you like him. That is for the girls. That is online. So all these are things that I'll be bringing for you over time, slowly by slowly. But this was the glory of love, because this is what we do every time. We always try to bring you something that can help you flourish in your relationship. So this was the glory of love, and we are still here ushering you into the Christmas season, the festive season. Stick with your family because it is family time. And for us as magic1tv, we are the true definition of the lituation situation. You don't want to miss. We told you that there are a couple of movies that are Christmas movies that are coming on, I think every now and then. So keep watching and keep tuned to the glory of love, because we are still here with you till the end of the day. Otherwise, it was me, MC Shugga, the King of Hearts, alongside my producers. Special shout outs to Max Dab, special shout outs to Solomon, and to my brother Gucci Keys. How you doing, my brother? You gotta study so hard, man. I want you to be right next to me here one day. Superstar. I love you, and I love you guys so much.